Now, boys,
Come on.
I've come to the party here.
Oh, boy.
I have got, as I've been saying all day, the biggest superstar, number one soccer player, I'm prepared to say now.
What in the world?
In the world.
The world game.
Just have a listen to a little bit of this audio, BT.
The check to the corner, Kerrve! 2-0 Australia. To McClure, who makes the gap, and it's the fourth goal for Sam Kerr.
You know, there was a lot of critics talking about us, but we're back, so suck on that one.
Unique one, little 1-2, onside, Lagazo. Great ball in, Sam Kerr up the double. There's the backflip. This time Ford has seen Kerr, and she's onside. Big opportunity for Sammy, and she does have a double. Oh, Sam Kerr.
So I'll just run through a little bit of Sam's career. She's the Australian captain at the moment, BT, of the Matildas. She's just signed a $2-year $1 million deal with Chelsea. What? She's won the Asian Women's Footballer of the Year 2017, ABC Sport Personality of the Year 2007, ESPY Awards winner, Best International Soccer Player 18 and 19. And so to the best soccer player, Bill, in the world, welcome to the Rub Triple M, Sam Kerr.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. Now, Sam, I've met your beautiful family, Roger and your mum, and we all know Daniel. Once upon a time, you were Daniel's sister, and now, well, he's your brother. So you get mentioned before him.
Yeah, the tables have turned finally. I copped it all my life being his brother, and now he's copping it the rest of his life being my sister. So, yeah, it's good.
Now, I like to sort of throw a few half volleys out there, but in actual fact, I've got to admit, I'm a little bit nervous.
You are. You're like a hot on
well, you're talking to the best.
a cat on a tin roof.
You're
like a hot on a cat tin roof.
I was less nervous talking to Lance Armstrong a few weeks ago.
Just drop it now.
Come on, hurry up.
I want to ask, obviously, did you grow up playing AFL as well as a junior?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Perth, so everyone in Perth, I think, grows up playing AFL. I was in the Auskick and everything, so I loved it.
What about in the backyards? Backyard footy, we all go back to that, and the cricket. How'd you go there with Dan and all that? There would have been some interesting games.
Yeah, I think Dan used to hate it because Stampy was my favourite player after he took that hanger. And I used to, on the fitness ball, reenact that hanger every day, and he used to hate it.
Hey, Sam, tell us about how you've coped with this pandemic and being locked down. And have you been able to do the training you need to do? Where have you done it? What's life look like for you in this recent time?
Yeah, so I've been in London most of the time, where it's a little bit more serious, I guess, the situation than it is in Australia. So we were, for 7 weeks, locked down to only 1 hour outside a day. So I wasn't getting much football training in, but I was doing a fair bit of running and just really keeping my fitness up. But I've travelled home now, and I'm in the 2-week isolation in a Perth hotel, so running laps in the hotel at the moment.
Hey, Sam, I think I'm right in saying you are the only Australian, male or female, to ever be not on the shortlist for the Ballon d'Or, which is the greatest soccer player on the planet, male and female, which is an amazing achievement, by the way. Does that mean you have to go to an awards night? And if so, I should know this, but I don't. Are the men there as well, the Ronaldos and the Messis and the Neymars? How does it work?
Yeah, so that award is actually quite new. It's only been awarded once since the women have been added to the award. So the first award went to Ada Hegerberg, and I wasn't invited to those awards, but I was in America anyway. But there was a few female athletes in there, and yeah, they were there with the men. And I'm not sure if you've seen, but it didn't go very well for the first time. The announcer asked the girl to twerk on stage, so hopefully it gets a bit better from here.
Do you come across them at all in your travels? You know, those, because we obviously AFL and that's in Australia, but I mean, the Suarez and these Pogbas, they are the biggest names in the world, in the biggest game in the world. Do you ever come across them? And if you do, what sort of blokes are they?
Yeah, I've come across a few of them at Nike events, but to be honest, they're kind of normal people, but then also untouchable. They have about 30 people around them dealing with whatever they need to deal with. But when I rock up to Cobham at Chelsea, there's Lampard, all those boys, Kante rocking up in their souped-up cars, and the money they have is just unbelievable. The amount of cars you see in their car park is just insane. You can't imagine having that type of money.
Just got a text, Samantha, from Chris Judd saying that you used to idolise him.
I think him and Coxie brags that he's the reason I wear number 20. So there's a few of them out there.
Hey, I'm just reading about your great sporting family, of course. Your dad played footy, and Daniel, and of course. But did your uncle JJ Miller win the Melbourne Cup?
Yeah, he did actually.
On Galilee.
There's a few of us out there that have done some pretty amazing things. But yeah, he's mad into horse racing.
How much athletics did you do as a youngster? 'Cause you obviously do the backflips after you kick a goal. So did you obviously learnt that when you were young?
Yeah, I did. But honestly, I was just a young kid. I did every sport you could think of under the sun. Most of them Dad pulled me out of because he thought they were ridiculous, like little athletics and all those types of things. But yeah, I was just one of those kids that was just out and about doing things on the streets and learning things, and I was just one of those kids.
Hey, Sam, given you are a global superstar, I'm hoping they're making you quarantine over there in Perth at the Crown Towers, the number one establishment in the West.
I wish. She's called Packer. Haven't got the hook up yet.
What are you able to do? 'Cause, seriously, you've got 14 days to quarantine. Are you in the room and you can't leave, or what are the rules?
Yeah, so no opening the door. When they knock on the door to drop the food off, count to 10, then open it. I've got the TRX. I'm running a few laps, but honestly, there's not much. Waiting for live sports to return pretty much, but I don't know when that's going to happen.
Well, it's been what a pleasure it is to talk. Wayne, you need to farewell our amazing guest.
No, thank you very much, Sam. It's to get a name. By the way, on the wheel, it's our first female.
Yep, brilliant.
And can get no bigger than Sam. So thanks very much for joining us, Sam. Really
Stay on the line because she might have whoever we.
Oh, okay. You might have their number, Sam. So we're going to spin the wheel, and if you know them, then you might be able to hook us up.
It's spinning now as we go, Sammy. Don't worry about that. Here we go. Have you got Andre Agassi?
Do you know Andre?
Do you know Andre?
Nah, unfortunately I don't. I think he's an Adidas athlete.
Oh. Do you know Gary Ablett Sr.?
Bill.
Come on, Bill.
Well,
who else?
We got? Joe Exotic. Can you get hold of him for us, Sam?
Drag him out of jail. All right. Hey, Sam, thank you very much. Great chatting to you.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Brilliant. No, well done,
superstar.
Duck. That is a superstar. She's
well done, Duck.
Nuts.
What a lovely
girl,
young lady.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Andre Agassi, have we already tried to get hold of him?
I don't think we have.
No.
Actually, I might
be hard to
have a contact.
Well, Darren Cale, the board member at Port Adelaide, he, of course, coached him for many years.
Well, I'll get on to Killer Tennis Australia.
All right, get onto it. Fix it, will you, Duck?